So here we have these combination of inequalities, and it might seem difficult when you see all these, but the focus should start with these two, because that would put constraints on m and n. So if we start it this way, multiply both sides by 20, that means m is greater than 4 and less than 10. Same thing with n. N over 11 is between 0.2 and 0.5. So multiply throughout by 11. So that would be 2.2 and then 5.5. Now they tell us that n is even. So what are my choices here? 3, 4, and 5. So that means n has to be 4. I think when I first did it, I kind of came to this later, and that means I had to kind of work with these three cases. So that increased the amount of work. So it's easy to kind of get sucked into doing a lot of manipulations, but obviously you want to go at a little bit slower pace and go back and be rereading all the constraints. Because now once you have n is equal to 4, we have this condition, n over m is less than 0.5, 0.2. So we can deal with it individually. 4 over m, I'm replacing n with 4, greater than 0.2, which means m is less than 4 over 0.2. So that one doesn't help, less than 20. And then the other one would be n over m is less than 0.5, which means m is greater than n over 0.5. So m is greater than 8. Let me just make sure I didn't make a mistake here. Yeah. And then we have m is greater than 8, less than 20, and then we have this constraint. So you can see that this means it would be 9, 10, 11, so on and so forth. This would mean 5, 6, 7, 8, up to 9, and the only common value is 9. So m has to be equal to 9. Now we have our values of n and m, and we can compute that. And we would get 1. So the answer is B. So yeah, it's still a tricky problem because you can just get wrapped up in all these manipulations and numbers. So it's, it's easy. So you have to decide whether if you can kind of clean this up immediately in the exam, then continue with it. If not, you can always just move on. But yeah, it's easy to kind of get wrapped up here. So to summarize, the answer is B.